If your legs begin to feel unusually heavy, tight, or swollen as the day goes on, especially after the age of 70, it is easy to assume this is simply a normal part of getting older. Many people accept aching ankles, tired calves, and that uncomfortable pressure in the lower legs as something inevitable, like gray hair or slower mornings. But when this concern is explained clearly by specialists who work with circulation and mobility every day, the story often sounds very different. In many cases, the issue is not just the heart, and it is not only the arteries. A frequently overlooked factor is a small but extremely important group of muscles located in your lower legs. These muscles, particularly the calves, play a powerful role in helping blood travel back upward toward your heart. In fact, for decades, medical education has described the calf muscles using a striking phrase, the second heart of the legs. Every time your calf muscles contract, they gently squeeze the veins and help push blood upward against gravity. When these muscles weaken or become less active, blood can begin to pool around the ankles and lower legs. This can contribute to swelling, throbbing, stiffness, and that dragging, heavy sensation many older adults describe by late afternoon. Research published in the Journal of Applied Physiology has shown that even mild, targeted activation of the calf muscles can significantly improve venous blood return in older adults. What makes this finding especially interesting is that participants were not performing strenuous workouts. They were not running, lifting weights, or engaging in exhausting routines. Instead, they practiced one very simple movement, a movement so gentle that many people might dismiss it as too easy to make a difference. This does not mean walking is ineffective. Walking remains one of the best activities for overall cardiovascular health, joint function, and mental well-being. However, walking alone does not always provide a strong enough activation signal for specific muscle groups, particularly after the age of 70, when muscle response patterns naturally change. That is why many clinicians and surgeons quietly encourage older adults to include one focused exercise designed specifically to reactivate the calf pump. In this video, we will explore that movement, step by step, beginning in the safest and most approachable position. No equipment is needed. No intense effort is required. Just calm, controlled motion that supports your body rather than stresses it. Before we begin, feel free to share your age and where you are watching from. And if you find this guidance helpful, consider liking, sharing, and subscribing so more older adults can benefit from this information. Exercise number 5. Gentle seated calf activation. This is often the first movement recommended when an older adult reports heavy legs, ankle swelling, or persistent lower leg fatigue. It appears almost too simple to matter, which is precisely why it is so frequently underestimated. Yet this small motion directly targets a muscle system that plays a central role in circulation. Begin by sitting comfortably in a sturdy chair. Both feet should rest flat on the floor, positioned about hip-width apart. Your back is upright but relaxed. From here, slowly lift your heels while keeping the balls of your feet in contact with the ground. Pause gently at the top of the movement. Then lower your heels back down with control. As your heels rise, your calf muscles contract. As they lower, the muscles relax. This rhythmic tightening and releasing supports what many professionals refer to as the venous pump mechanism that assists blood flow upward from the lower legs. In daily life, this function becomes especially important during long periods of sitting, such as watching television, reading, or traveling. When calf muscles remain inactive for extended stretches, circulation efficiency may decrease, contributing to swelling and discomfort. Gentle, repeated muscle activation can improve comfort, reduce stiffness, and support healthier blood movement in older adults. The effectiveness lies not in intensity, but in consistency and control. Let's begin with gentle calf raises. Breathe normally. Avoid rushing. A common mistake is bouncing the heels quickly, which reduces muscle engagement quality. Slow, deliberate repetitions are far more beneficial. Avoid holding your breath, which creates unnecessary tension. If you experience mild cramping, simply reduce the height of the lift or pause briefly it will become smoother. Daily practice leads to a noticeable reduction in that heavy, tight sensation in the legs. It prepares for gentle joint motion. Next, we'll explore the supported ankle-to-knee flow. This shifts attention to the joints influencing circulation pathways. This movement remains seated, preserving safety while encouraging mobility. Sit with both feet flat on the floor. Slowly slide one foot backward, allowing the knee to bend comfortably. Pause briefly, then slide the foot forward until the leg is nearly straight. The motion is smooth, controlled, and free of force. As the knee bends and straightens, surrounding muscles engage softly. This helps maintain fluid movement through the lower limbs. Limited joint motion, especially with prolonged sitting, can contribute to stiffness and sluggish circulation. Gentle, repeated joint movement supports lower limb circulation while preserving flexibility and comfort. The goal is not range or speed, but relaxed continuity. Keep your posture upright. Breathe normally. If discomfort arises, reduce the movement size. Think of the joint as a hinge being gently oiled. This calming motion supports not only circulation, but also ease when standing, walking, and transitioning between positions. Now, let's move to exercise 3. The supported standing weight shift. After seated muscle and joint activation, the body is ready for a carefully supported standing movement. Stand behind a sturdy chair or near a counter, hands resting lightly for balance. Slowly shift your weight slightly onto one leg. Return to center, then shift toward the other. The motion is subtle, steady, and controlled. No lifting, no balancing challenge, just smooth transfer. This ability is fundamental to everyday movement. Walking, turning, and adjusting posture all rely on controlled weight shifts. Slow, supported standing movements activate multiple muscle groups, assisting circulation while reinforcing stability. Avoid locking your knees or leaning excessively. The movement should feel calm and predictable. This prepares your legs for the next step, where functional strength and circulation begin to merge. Finally, we have exercise 4, the chair-assisted. Now that your calves, ankles, and knees have been gently reactivated, we move into a valuable movement. This exercise mirrors an action you perform many times each day, rising from a chair. It strengthens the legs while also providing a powerful boost to circulation. Begin seated in a sturdy chair. Your feet are flat on the floor, positioned slightly behind your knees. Sit tall, shoulders relaxed. From here, lean forward just enough so your weight shifts over your feet. Then slowly press through your legs and rise to a standing position. Pause briefly, once upright, then lower yourself back into the chair with calm, controlled motion. Your hands may rest on the armrests or on your thighs if extra support is needed. There is no rush. Slower is better, taking about 3 seconds to stand and even longer to keep muscles engaged, enhancing strength and blood flow. Why is this movement so important? Standing from a chair activates large muscle groups in the thighs, hips, and calves. They help push blood upward. This coordinated activation supports circulation far more effectively than passive sitting. Harvard Health Publishing emphasizes sit-to-stand practice improves muscle recruitment, mobility, confidence, and venous return in older adults. It is not about speed or repetition count, but about quality and consistency. A common mistake is dropping quickly back into the chair. This removes muscular benefit and stresses joints. Instead, imagine lowering yourself as gently as possible, maintaining control throughout the descent. If knees feel uncomfortable, reduce how far you sit back or rely more on hands. Many notice improved ease, stability, and leg end. This movement naturally prepares your body for the final and most integrated exercise. Exercise number 1, controlled heel-to-stand flow. This exercise brings together everything your legs need: calf activation, joint motion, weight transfer, and standing strength. Many clinicians consider it one of the most effective movements for adults over 70. Stand behind a sturdy chair or near a counter. Hands rest lightly for safety. Feet are hip-width apart. First, slowly lift your heels just slightly off the ground. Feel your calf muscles engage. Pause briefly, then gently lower your heels. Next, Bend your knees a small amount, as if beginning to sit. Then straighten again, returning to a tall, relaxed stance. The motion flows smoothly. He'll lift, lower, gentle knee bend, rise. This pattern reflects real-life movement. Each time you stand, step forward, or adjust posture, your calves, thighs, and hips must work together. When these muscles coordinate, they assist blood flow, reinforce balance, and support daily mobility. Guidance associated with the National Institutes of Health highlights that combined lower body muscle activation can improve venous return and functional movement capacity. This is more effective than isolated exercises alone. The body thrives on coordinated patterns rather than disconnected actions. Keep the movement slow and controlled. Breathe naturally. Avoid turning this into a squat or bouncing through the heel lift. The goal is not intensity, but fluid confidence. Think smooth, steady, and comfortable. If you ever feel unsteady, reduce the depth of the knee bend or rely more on your hands for support. For many older adults, this exercise becomes a cornerstone of maintaining leg comfort, circulation efficiency, and standing confidence. Over the last few minutes, you have seen how improving leg circulation after 70 does not require strenuous workouts or complicated routines. It begins with gently waking the calf muscles, restoring joint motion, reintroducing supported standing, strengthening functional transitions, and finally, integrating everything into a calm, practical movement. When practiced consistently, these simple exercises can help legs feel lighter, less tight, and more dependable. Many seniors report reduced swelling sensations, improved ease when standing, and greater confidence while walking. Most importantly, this approach respects the body's natural adaptation process. Instead of forcing intensity, it uses clarity, repetition, and gentle activation. Exactly what aging muscles and joints respond to best. Healthy circulation is deeply connected to independence. When your legs feel stable and comfortable, everyday activities become easier and less stressful. Standing up, moving around the home, and enjoying daily life all feel more manageable. Aging does not mean surrendering control over how your body feels. It means choosing movements that support rather than strain. As we move forward, let's take a moment to put everything you've just learned into a practical, everyday perspective. Many older adults believe that discomfort in the legs is something that must simply be the heaviness, the tightness around the ankles, the sense that the legs are full or tired by late afternoon. These sensations are often accepted as unavoidable signs of aging. But circulation is not a fixed condition. It is dynamic, responsive, and heavily influenced by movement. What changes after 70 is not your body's ability to respond, but the type of stimulus it prefers. Aggressive workouts, sudden strain, or high-impact exercise may no longer feel comfortable. However, gentle, rhythmic, and controlled muscle activation remains extremely effective. In fact, it often becomes more important. Why? Because muscle contractions act like mechanical assistants for blood flow. When you sit for long periods, gravity naturally encourages blood and fluid to settle in the lower extremities. Younger bodies compensate automatically through frequent unconscious movement. With age, these spontaneous movements often decrease. Less movement means less muscular pumping. Less pumping can mean slower venous return. And slower venous return can contribute to swelling around the ankles, a feeling of pressure in the calves, aching or throbbing sensations, stiffness when standing, early fatigue while walking. This is not weakness of character or lack of effort. It is physiology. The encouraging news is that physiology can be influenced. The 5 exercises you've seen are designed around a principle widely used in geriatric rehabilitation and vascular support: progressive reactivation. Instead of overwhelming the body, we wake up key muscle pumps, restore gentle joint mobility, reintroduce safe weight bearing, reinforce functional strength, integrates coordinated movements. This sequence mirrors how the nervous system and muscles adapt most comfortably. Let's talk about consistency. Circulation supporting exercises do not behave like medication. There is no instant switch. Benefits accumulate gradually through repetition. Think of each session as sending a signal to your muscles and vascular system. Stay active. Stay engaged. Keep moving fluid. Even a few minutes, practiced daily, can create meaningful changes over time. Reduced end of day leg heaviness, less ankle tightness, easier transitions from sitting to standing, improved walking comfort, greater confidence in balance. Notice something important here. None of these outcomes depend on intensity. They depend on regular activation. Now, let's address a common concern. Is it safe if I already have swelling? In most cases involving mild, non-painful swelling, gentle movement is not only safe but beneficial. Muscles assist fluid return. However, there are important exceptions. You should pause and consult a healthcare professional if swelling is sudden, severe, painful, unequal between legs, accompanied by redness or warmth. These signs require medical evaluation. For typical age-related circulation, sluggishness, controlled exercises are frequently recommended as part of conservative management. Another question many seniors ask, how often should I do these? A simple guideline. Seated calf activation, multiple times daily. Ankle tuniflow, 1 to 2 sessions daily. Weight shifts, daily or every other day. Sit to stand, several repetitions daily. Heel to stand flow, daily. But remember, comfort first. Your body responds better to gentle regularity than to occasional overexertion. Let's also talk about mindset. After 70, the goal of movement subtly shifts. It is no longer about pushing limits. It is about preserving function, comfort, and independence. Every controlled heel lift, every smooth knee bend, every calm stand from a chair, these are not small actions. They are investments in stability, circulation, confidence, mobility, and perhaps, most importantly, autonomy. Because when leg discomfort increases, many older adults begin to restrict activity. They sit more, move less, avoid stairs, decline outings. Over time, this cycle can quietly reduce quality of life. Movement breaks that cycle. Not extreme movement. Smart, sustainable movement. Let's bring this into real life. You can integrate these exercises into ordinary routines. Heel lifts while watching television. Ankle slides while reading. Sit-to stands before meals. Weight shifts at the kitchen counter. Heel to stand flow during daily breaks. No gym. No equipment. No disruption. Just gentle reminders to your body that it is still meant to move. Because aging does not eliminate adaptability. It simply changes the pace. One more important reassurance. Progress may feel subtle at first. You may not notice dramatic change in a few days. That is normal. Circulation improvements, muscular reactivation, and neuromuscular coordination develop quietly. But over weeks, many people begin to say things like, my legs don't feel as tight. I'm not as uncomfortable in the evening. Standing up feels steadier. I walk with more confidence. These are meaningful wins. They represent your body responding. Before we close, remember this: healthy circulation is not supported by force. It is supported by rhythm, by repetition, by gentle cooperation with your body rather than resistance against it. Now, I'd truly love to hear from you. Which sensation troubles you the most lately? Heaviness, swelling, fatigue? Share your experience along with your age. And if this guidance has been helpful, consider liking the video, sharing it with someone who may benefit, and subscribing for more practical strategies designed specifically for older adults who want to stay comfortable, mobile, and confident. As we finish, remember something deeply encouraging. Feeling heaviness, swelling, or fatigue in your legs after 70 is common, but it is not something you are powerless against. Your body is still responsive. Your muscles are still adaptable. Your circulation can still be supported, not through exhausting workouts, not through strain or discomfort, but through gentle, consistent movement. The exercises you've learned today work because they respect how the aging body functions. They reactivate the calf muscles, encourage joint mobility, restore confidence in standing, and rebuild coordination between the muscles that assist blood flow every time you move. Small actions, repeated daily, create real change. A few slow heel lifts, a handful of smooth sit, a minute of controlled weight shifting. These are not trivial movements. They help your legs feel lighter, less tight, more stable, more reliable, and beyond comfort. They support something even more valuable, your independence. Because when your legs feel stronger and steadier, everyday life becomes easier. Walking across the room, rising from a chair, going outside, staying active, staying confident. Aging is not about fighting your body. It is about working with it. Choosing movements that nurture circulation instead of stressing joints. Building rhythm instead of intensity. Maintaining mobility instead of surrendering it. If you take one message from this video, let it be this. Consistency matters more than effort. Control matters more than speed. Gentle movement matters more than doing nothing. Your legs do not need punishment. They need activation. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Which symptom affects you most right now? Heaviness? Swelling? Fatigue? Leave a comment with your age and where you're watching from. I read them all. And your experience may help someone else feel less alone. If this video helped you, please like it, share it with a friend or family member who might benefit, and subscribe for more guidance designed specifically to help older adults stay comfortable, mobile, and confident. Take care of your legs, and they will take care of you.